Hey everyone, it's Red with Redbeard Trading, back with another collector box opening. This time around, we are going to be opening up a box of Aetherdrift collectors. Super excited to see what we can hit. Fingers crossed that we hit that serialized Aether Spark card. But hey, I'm just excited to be opening packs, and I'm excited for you to be joining me. So thank you, and let's jump right into it. Okay, let's just jump right into it. Come on, there we go. We are going to leave the box topper until the end. See if it saves us. We could. How about right? Come on. Yeah. Done. Uh, uh, there we go. Okay, box topper will be at the end. Here, yeah, fall over. There we go. Okay, here we go. Starting off with pack number 1. Okay, and I did switch up the camera setup and everything a little bit because it wouldn't be one of my videos if I didn't do that every single time. Okay, pack number 1. Here we go. So, no pricing. Uh, well, okay, right now as I'm filming, it's 12:25 a.m. on Saturday, the 8th of February. So one day after release, well, pre-release for the set. So no pricing yet. Um, so we're just gonna kind of appreciate the artwork and see if we hit anything crazy. We've got a pilot token and 2 Basri, tomorrow's champion. Count on luck. Hazaret, Godseeker. Indestructible haste. Start your engines. Target creature with power 2 or less can't be blocked this turn. Hazaret can't attack or block unless you have max speed. Interesting. Okay. Pima Trailblazer. Spectacular Pileup. Ooh, that's a cool looking card. Sports Cycle Scooter. That's a super cool looking card. Then we've got Marshall's Path Cruiser. Planes. And then we have our uncommons and commons. I will say the stock up that did some work for me in the pre-release event that we just participated in. Okay, pack number 2. I don't know a crazy lot about this set, besides a lot of people were upset about it. Um, I think a lot because of the art, a lot because it felt like a Fast and Furious Magic set doesn't feel like classic Magic, and I get all that, you know. Got a Beast token into Lumbering World Wagon, Sab Sunnin, Luxa Embodied, Reach Trample Indestructible Legendary Creature God. Sabsubbin can't attack or block unless it has an even number of counters on it, and 0 is in fact even. I like this graffiti artwork that they've done for this set. I think it's cool. Oh, Waxen Shaped Thief. My wife's collecting these cards, this particular artwork, so we're gonna set that one aside for a Cursed Duneyard, Curse cloth wrapping. You've probably seen some of the memes about this card with the other artwork on it. I won't get into that. Midnight Mangler. Cloudspire Cycle. That's a neat card too. Flying. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Then we have a forest. And then our commons and uncommons. Pack number 3. Okay. Nalar Aetherjet. There's that sub Sun and Luxa embodied. This time foil. Samut or Samut, the driving force. The Guardian Sunmare. Again, that one's going into the wife's pile. Renewed Solidarity. Monument to Endurance. Apocalypse Runner. Midnight Mangler again. And then we have a mountain. So one of the major complaints, and we're moving on to pack 4, that we've been hearing about the last several sets. I mean, not necessarily Innistrad remastered, but Bloomborough, Duskmourn, Aetherdrift is they don't feel like Magic. If you're an OG player that started back in the day, I can kind of understand those complaints. Ooh, I love the foil version of this token because I understand those complaints because modern Magic doesn't necessarily feel like high fantasy, which is what I feel like a lot of people are looking for. Um, Muraganda Raceway. Start your engines, add colorless, and when you're at max speed, add 2 colorless. That's not bad. Already? Hey, another one for the wife's pile. Ret to Mystic. Oh, cheese. Hi, buddy. Can you not? Psst, cheese. This isn't the streaming channel, sir. Thank you. Um, absolutely love this little corgi. Boosted slope, clamorous ironclad, and a forest. Um, but I do understand that complaint because, yeah, like Duskmorn, that doesn't feel like traditional high fantasy. Bloomborough does kind of fit the classic Magic feel, I think. Um, but then like with this set, Aetherdrift, that this feels like one of the farthest things from high fantasy, right? Um, but I I'm not going to disagree with people's opinions because you can't. Their opinions. They're entitled to those. Um, but I really think that at least for the very short time I've been involved with Magic, I have been loving these sets. Um, Murders at Karlov Manor, not so much. Outlaws of Thunder Junction, I liked because of the setting, but I understood why some people didn't like it. But like this Aether Drift, like it's just Bleachbone Verge. It may not feel like classic Magic that a lot of people remember and miss, but it's just such a ooh, Rampaging Aetherhood. It to me, it's just such a cool set. I think they absolutely nailed it on the artwork for what it is. I mean, it's kind of like a um oh shoot, Mario Kart meets Fast and Furious meets Magic the Gathering, which that's an absolute, oh, that is a cool island. That to me is a cool concept. Um, I don't think things should be pigeonholed into just one type of type of feel. I think you do have to have some creative exploration. To me, a lot of the stuff that I'm seeing in the set kind of feels like the story of the Weatherlight in some ways. You know, the um, that vessel, that ship from well, the Weatherlight series, but from early Magic lore. Ooh, Bloodgast foil, wife's pile, spectacular pile up borderless. Um, but to have Magic keep growing and have it keep expanding, which, a lot of people don't like. They want their hobby, they want their community based around that hobby to stay the same. They want it to be the people they know. They want it to be the cards and artwork that they understand and love. They don't want it to change so much that it's unrecognizable to them. And I get that. I completely get that. Um, change is very scary, and seeing your community grow is and can be scary. And a lot of people don't like that because it starts to be unfamiliar in spaces where they've always felt at home and familiar. And then you have a set like this come out where you've got, like, I mean, look at this outrageous artwork. It's freaking awesome. But it is like a secret lair meets an unset meets trying to make it a traditional magic set. It kind of I've heard some people say that. Um, and that can be uncomfortable because it's like, what is this? What is going on? What are these new mechanics? For me personally, I've been looking at the new mechanics and wondering how is that going to affect standard. um, there's a ton of these cards that are super OP. Oh, there's another one. um, and it's like this is going to completely change the game, going from like foundations into this. It's like, what? How am I gonna deal with this? But that's part of the fun of Magic is, um, it's constantly changing, so you don't get stuck in the same loop, unless you play, what is it called? It's not Legacy. It's what? No, not Modern. It's the one where you can only play cards from like the 90s. I don't know. My wife's over here going through some cards. Oops, sorry, hit the camera. Um, that's who I was talking to. I'm not talking to myself as I normally do. There's a human down here with me, and not necessarily just a cat or a dog, although there are several of both of those as well. Um, but the one of the things I love about Magic is if you hate all the new sets, play one of the formats where the new sets aren't allowed. Just play legacy, play modern, play standard, play commander, play sealed, play just draft, play whatever you want. And if there's cards that you don't like, play a format that doesn't include them. Okay. Radiant Lotus. That is a hitter. It is not the fractured foil, but this is one that we are going to immediately sleeve up. Ooh. So someone at my LGS hit the fractured foil Radiant Lotus. Um, and I commented on the Facebook post of it. Gosh Darn it, because with Innistrad, literally 20 minutes before we picked up our collector boxes, somebody pulled serialized Edgar Markov. I was just like, "Are you serious?" And then obviously having somebody pull the fractured foil Radiant Lotus right before I got there was like, "Oh man, come on!" But that's a nice hit. I'm really excited about that one. It, it, no, I don't like that. Let's put that. No, where? Sure, stay there. Oh, good enough. Um, Okay, that's fun. That I'm excited about that. Oh no! Loot is in a perilous snare, poor little fellow. Mindspring Merfolk, another one for the wife's pile. Territorial Aethercat. Mimeoplasma Revered One. But and with what I've been saying, I don't want anybody to feel like I'm being dismissive of how they feel or anything like that. What I'm trying to get at is, look, magic is magic and it's magic. It always will be and it always has been. And while it is changing, um, you're still able to play good old magic. You don't have to play with these new vehicle cards. You don't have to play with start your engines. You don't have to. And if you like the cards but you don't like start your engines, rule zero it. Play tabletop magic at home and just interesting. Just, play it the way that you want. You don't have to be forced into doing something that you don't want to, especially when it comes to your hobbies. Okay, Radiant Lotus, you stay there. Um, that's what hobbies are for. They're for enjoyment, not for feeling like work. You know, if you're in a community, whether it's your LGS, a Facebook community, Reddit, and you're not enjoying it, you know, you can leave and find a new one. However, I'd recommend maybe not necessarily leaving, but instead trying to improve the community to get it to the point where you want to be there again. That's more so for like your LGS, because online, I think we all know that you can't really change an online community as hard as you might try. Samut, the driving force. But like you absolutely, ooh, Sita Varma, Master Racer. You absolutely have the power and control over your own life and destiny when it comes to your hobbies. Like you do. And if you absolutely, ooh, Draconautics Engineer. Um if you feel extremely strongly that the way magic is going is crap and it's worthless and it never should have happened and Wizards of the Coast is ruining it, get yourself a platform and let people know that. But understand that you don't have the right. Nobody owes you their ear. If people don't want to listen to you, they don't have to. And if you're going into spaces where what you're saying is not welcome, well, first off, don't be in spaces that where you're not welcome, you know? Um, but leave because those people obviously are enjoying things the way they are. Um, Now, I don't like this mindset with a lot of other things, especially like politics, education, anything like that, that have a much larger impact on the community at large. But when it comes to our small hobbies, which, and I don't want to say small as if it's diminutive, but in the grand scheme of thing, right? Magic the Gathering's not life or death. Although for some of us it is really our life. And people, you know, that's where their whole community is. Web Strike Elite. Wives Pile. We're hitting a lot of those. Bleach Bone Verge. Ooh, Valor's Flagship. That's a pretty card. See, I just absolutely love the artwork in this set. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it exactly, but it speaks to me. Uh, I don't know. Maybe it's like enjoying Speed Racer, the newer movie from, well, the newer movie. It was like 2000 something. Um, I don't know, but I just love it. I think it's so cool the way that they've done things. Mixing the old with the new. Bulwark Ox, Spire Mech Cycle, Velo Heart Bike, and Mountain. And I will say though, just because I do, this is kind of my platform, right? Um, and I do have thoughts and opinions, um, well, on a lot of things that I keep to myself because sometimes they're kind of crazy. But when it comes to Magic specifically, I think the inclusivity that's happening is good. I think the Marvel sets is good for Magic overall because of how many new people it's going to bring in. Growth is good. It's important. Your LGSs need growth. They need an ever widening player base to stay open and stay afloat. And when it comes to inclusivity, I'm sorry, but if new sets make it so that people from less uh disenfranchised groups feel more comfortable or more welcome joining Magic the Gathering, Friday Night Magic. Ooh, Ketramus, the New Dawn. That's a good thing. Riptide Gear Hulk, nice. The white blue Gear Hulk. Vivix, Viv, Vinwix, verbose host. Um, like the fact that my wife feels welcome at our LGS and enjoys playing Magic is a good thing. I'm super happy about that because I get to spend time with my wife doing something I love rather than, you know, not being with her to do something I enjoy. I enjoy, it's like kind of got a bit of a texture to it. Does anything show up? Not really. But I enjoy that. To me, that's important. If you have a significant other or a spouse and you need time away from them and that's Magic for you, that's also a-okay. Um, ooh, Terrian World Tyrant. 9/7 for 5. Jeez. Um, but again, that kind of goes back to have Magic be what you need it to be for you, but don't try and force what you want on other people. And, to that, you might say, well, what about Wizards of the Coast forcing ideology and stuff on us? And I don't like that there's a lot of different faces in Magic or anything like that. That's not really up to you. You can't decide what the IP owner does, but what you can decide is what you buy. And quite frankly, the most powerful way to uh, talk to a company like Wizards is with your pocketbook. Unfortunately, if you are opposed to the new direction Magic's taking, if the community at large isn't, uh, your voice isn't going to be really heard, which is why. Oh, by the way, this is the last pack before we move on to the box topper. Um, Rip Pyre Verge, Quag Feast, Quag. District mascot, but in the funny looking art. Wife's Pile, Prophet of the Scarab. By the way, the zombie precon deck is insane. Just the cards that are included in it. Like, I think my LGS has it for $40. I'm pretty sure if I cracked that and sold all the singles, I would nearly double money. It'd be a little bit less than that after fees and stuff, but it's a hit. Come on, focus, focus. Come on. Okay, sorry about the camera, everyone. It just really wants to focus on that Radiant Lotus, but I mean, who can blame it? Okay, come on. Reese, wench, goblin, wrench, not wench. What's that blowout? But I will say, if you disagree with what I've been saying in this video, let me know down in the comments. As long as you are respectful and, aren't mean-spirited, I'm more than happy to have you voicing what you think on in the comments of my videos. Because I mean, one, it does help me with the algorithm and all that. But two, that's what I want. I want to start building a community of Magic the Gathering enthusiasts that aren't all necessarily like-minded. If you disagree with me, that's a good thing. I want you around because I want to be challenged in my thinking because that's how we should be in almost every aspect of life. If you're surrounded by people who only think and believe exactly what you think and believe, you are in trouble. Okay? But let's get to the box topper. So, as far as the box goes, I mean, just for this hit alone, pretty happy, pretty freaking happy. This box was a win. Um, we've got a ton of the cards. Sorry, I'm gonna keep this going. I'm gonna hold you for a minute because we're gonna show off some of the other stuff that we hit before we move on. I've got penny sleeves behind these, but we've got all these cards that my wife's gonna be thrilled about for her collection. Like, what is it about? If somebody can help me pinpoint what about this art speaks to me, please do, because I'm not good with words. My brain don't think good. I need help think good. You help think good. Woonga boonga. But and I mean, again, let's bring this one up. Oh, come on. But I mean, wow. That is such a pretty card. It's so pretty. I do understand the complaints that some people have about this looking too much like um kind of Pokemon cards in a way. Because I see that a little bit, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. Okay, here goes the box topper. So we're gonna have one of the gold finish line foil lands, which is going to be a plains. Well, that's pretty neat. Okay, make or break. Boom or bust. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Uh, Not bad. That's another one for the wife's pile. So that's a win in my book. Um, again, that's just I like it. It's stupid and it's fun and it's interesting. Like these are the type of cards, all of the not the first place or the finish line. What is it? Does it say? I don't know. Artwork. Like I wouldn't run these in a deck necessarily. That's not where I like these. Where I like these is put them in a binder and enjoy them as just the beautiful, fun pieces of art that they are. Like, oh, That's cool. It's cool. It's unique. It's fun. Like I love that. That's what I want out of Magic. And then I want the basic art for my decks because I don't need to pimp out my decks. I don't enjoy doing that. That's not for me necessarily. If it is for you, that's okay. No judgment here at all. Like I've seen some awesome pimped out decks, and I think it's really cool that people put in the time and effort to do that. One of the coolest decks I didn't see this in person. I saw a video of it, but it was a full artist proof commander deck with all of the artist proofs having custom artwork on the back by the artist. And that's just so cool because that's somebody who took their passion for Magic the Gathering, their passion for art collecting, and combined it. And they, that was multi years. And that deck, yeah, it's priceless. It's literally priceless. Something like that. Um, but I enjoy that because that is somebody who found something they love in life and are going all out to enjoy it. And that's how I feel like we should be, especially with our hobbies. We have so much to worry about with work and a bunch of other bull crap in life. Let's enjoy our hobbies. You don't have to love every aspect of it, but if you enjoy playing Magic the Gathering, keep playing. Just enjoy it. But that is enough preaching from Red. That's me. I'm Red if you're new to the channel. Redbeard. But from me and my family to you and yours, thank you so much for your support and for watching this video to the end. If you did, I hope you did. And we'll see you in the next one. We're probably going to be having a bundle opening, and then the next set we'll do another collector box. And then I'm hoping to be able to start doing some more um, mystery buys just like off local marketplaces and like Facebook Marketplace, sometimes eBay, because those are a lot of fun to go through. But again, thank you so much for joining. I hope you have a wonderful day, night, morning, weekend, weekday, wherever you're watching this. Enjoy. Bye bye.